the truth? For your father have no truth in him. When he speak lies. This is what I deal with people every day. See, my program is not really fun program. It's a fight. It's a struggle with lies. The second a Muslim he called me, my expectation is how many lies he would do, not how many truthful things he would say. I never, you know, rarely you find a Muslim. Actually, the only Muslims who say Islam as it is ISIS. ISIS are way more truthful than any Muslim. They say, yes, the Prophet says, kill whoever changes religion. They will not say this is abrogated and those lies, and you know, this is how it is, like it or not. Those are truthful Muslims. And talking to them is no fun for me, by the way. Because as I said, I'm here to show you how stupid Islam is. And the clear sign of stupidity, when somebody is ashamed of his Islamic religion, so he lie when he answer. Because if he is not ashamed, he will not lie about it. See, when somebody lie about what his God said and what his God meant, obviously he is telling you that he is ashamed. And because he's ashamed, he have to lie. If you ask me, did Jesus say this chapter? I say yes. Was he offending people? I say yes. I'm not going to be ashamed of the gospel. They are ashamed of the Quran. They are ashamed of their prophet words. This is why they say to you, many of them, it says, oh, we don't accept hadith. Or they say in the best scenario, oh, this hadith is weak. They are ashamed. It's a clear sign of shame. The one who keep asking me, what kind of software, is that, do you think, the right place and the right time? I'm talking about the Bible. This guy is busy with the software. Take care, my friend. Go to the football, basketball. Basketball worshippers. Oh, don't forget, I saw in the news, like I have an app in my phone for news. Macy's, he left out, I don't know what the team, and the people there, security and guard, Macy's worshippers, you know, the people are busy with Macy's, you know, Macy's left that team and to that team, you know, stupid people, go. Don't get close to me. Sick. The world is upside down and they are busy with Macy's. Garbage in, garbage out, what you expect. And Macy's he became like a god, you know. Macy's, like, come on, Macy's is moving from place. Macy's arrived to the airport? Are you kidding me? He is there right now? Are you sure? And the whole country is waiting for Macy's. There is corona, there's people dying, there's fire everywhere, there's people, there's homeless, there's drugs, but Macy's came, that's it. Macy's will solve all our problem with his foot, brother. You are no better than Muhammad worshipper. Macy's. Fake people. Right? Thank you, good news. Luke 10:19. Yeah, this is a good verse too. Yeah. Well, I mean, but here you see those silly who claim to be Christians who know the Bible. You see, Jesus was crucified for a reason. He offended them non-stop. He offended them when he claimed to be the Son of God. He offended them when he claimed that he is God on earth. He offended them when he said to them, you are liars, you are hypocrites, you are thieves. He offended them. And because of that, they were desperate to crucify him. This is the truth. And the verse our friend here, our brother Good News, he posted, Jesus, he gave us the power over the head of the snake. And that's what we do. So if you are a person who, you know, you think that you are not in the right place, my friend, don't come here. Go and do your own work. You know, why those people don't go open their channel? How many, you know, you remind me, this person remind me of an Orthodox bishop. He's a nice person, by the way, this bishop. I respect him, but you know, I mean, sometimes even old people, they say silly stuff. He said to me, why you do this? What you are getting from this? I said, okay, bishop. I don't know, he's maybe in his 70, 80, I'm not sure. He's really old. I mean, this person is not even bishop no more. Like, he's a bishop. He used to be bishop. He's a retired bishop. Because he's too old. What are you getting from this? So I said to him, okay, Father, you know what, how many Muslims you made them leave Islam and accept Christ during your lifetime as a bishop in a church? Bishop, you know, big deal. He said, none. I said, ask me the same question. How embarrassing. And he is the bishop, I'm not. Behold, I give into you power to treat this serpent and the scorpions and all over the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. But you know, hurting you here is not really about just something physical, because Jesus himself was crucified, right? All the disciples of Jesus were killed or crucified, or they've been fed to the beast. Nothing can hurt you, for you are going to be saved. So there's many, they will be upset because of what we do and because of what we say. And if the rabbis themselves, they were so upset from Jesus, so why I will be surprised? All right, so we will stop here. You know, you can enjoy reading the rest of the verses here in John 8. Actually, I advise you always to open the Bible from time to time. You know, if you can do it every day. I know that some people, they are too busy to give God 5 minutes, but you can do it. You know, you can install the Bible in your phone, and you can read a few verses, you know, when you are drinking your coffee, in the break time, lunchtime, you know, and that will feed you with something, you know, like way more important than the vitamin you take, because simply an empty-hearted person is a very easy target to be deceived. You are empty from inside. This is why you see in the West there's a lot of emptiness. Why? Because many people stay away from the gospel. And it appears everywhere. But I believe, and I believe strongly, that a human being, because his nature is bad, is a bad person, he come back to God when things is bad. You know what I mean? When the fire in the door, we say, God. When sickness is killing us, we say, God, please save me. But when I'm healthy, when I'm strong, when I'm young, I don't know who's God. I don't want to even hear about him. I will laugh about people speaking about him. But the second this person is devastated with something, right away he seeks refuge and help. He says, God, Jesus. They curse Jesus every day. They remember him only when they are weak. So I say, we are strong always with Jesus, and I will be cruel with the one who no one should be nice to him. That is the devil. My argument is not with people. My argument is with the devil. And I will never be nice to him. Muslims for me are victims. And Jesus said, I came to the sick, not to the healthy. There is something very important in order to wake up somebody from his drugs influence, his shocking method. If you say to him Muhammad was not really a prophet, you did not give him still the idea, you know, Muhammad, he will say no, he was. Okay, and we stop here, because anything you say more is going to be insulting. Is saying to Muslims Muhammad is a liar is insulting? Absolutely. I mean, it's you know, I mean, how it's very insulting. So what, we stop? If we say that your father Muhammad, he said, the one who is proud about his inheritance, tell him to go and bite his father's penis. Oh, you get offended, but this is what Muhammad said. Should I change the word? Should I be a hypocrite and say, bite your father's hand? Those people, they are not welcome here. Those people who they claim that we are not speaking right. First of all, before you open your stupid mouth, don't you see how Muslims leave in Islam left and right because of what I say? So it's working very good. You see, I can say, okay, this guy have a right to say that because it's not working. You know, Muslims are not leaving Islam. But actually Muslims, they come here because the way I talk, not the opposite. Muslims avoid debating me. All Muslims, you know their names, they say we will debate him only face to face. Do you understand why? Because they knew I don't do it face to face. They fear, they are intimidated by knowledge, by strength, by confidence. How sure he is. This is why when I say to a Muslim, are you sure? The guy right away, he start doing pee-pee. When I say to him, are you sure? And today we can give you an example. Is Mr. Fuzzy here? Fuzzy, the guy who wanted to talk to me are you here, my friend, Fuzzy? Your Majesty, the one who was desperate, who want to talk to me. He said he want to talk to me in PalTalk or in Skype. Are you there, Fuzzy? Do you want to fuzz with me? Well, if Fuzzy is still in the chat, let me know, please, so we can open. Yeah, his name is Fuzzy. Are you there? You know, when I was in the Middle East, Muslims, they said to me, how come you don't act like a Christian? I said, how is that? They say, you always have a gun with you. Who said Christians should not have guns? They say always the Christians are like, you know, they don't, I mean, I know what he's saying. He's saying like we abuse them. They don't seek justice. They don't defend themselves. And the reason the Muslim, they think of you this way, because the Quran, you see the filthy Muhammad, he taught them in the Quran that Allah, he put humiliation on us. He made us subdued to Muslims. So when a Muslim, he see a Christian is nice, he think that because Allah, he punished you. He made you a potato. Not because Jesus taught you to be kind and to be merciful, to be peaceful. No. For them, because Allah, he punished you, all of you. Christians and Jews. So a Muslim, he feel he is superior. And he have the right to humiliate you, to spit in your face. This is why you see in the book of the Hadith, it says, Muhammad, he said, when you see a Christian or a Jew in the street, force him to the most narrow alley, which means force him to walk in the sewage. You have to spit at him. So Muhammad, he made a verse in the Quran, chapter 3, verse 112, saying that Allah, he placed that thing on them. He pitched over them. Do you see it? So when you are allowing them to do that to you, they believe in this. Because Allah, He gave them permission to be superior, and you are their slave. With me, this verse is under my shoes. Allah is not superior, and the devil, I spit on him, and no Muslim can intimidate me. So take a note. Now, where are you, Fuzzy? Are you there? What happened to Fuzzy? Okay, Fuzzy, he flee. Yeah, this is what they do. You know, they are just kids. I challenge you, I challenge you, I challenge you. You know? Fuzzy is like the Muslim female who sent me an email once saying, so what if your voice is so sexy? I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. It sounds like too much hate. What my voice have to do with it? Hey, Fuzzy. Why you are fuzzing around? Anyway, we will open our Skype if there is any Muslim, any Muhammadan who worship Muhammad would like to try his luck today with us. Anyone? Do we have any Muslim? My Skype is open. No? All right, we will leave Skype open for a little time to see if there is any Muslim is willing to call us. Now we go to another comment made by a Muhammadan about let us see, maybe this one. He said to me, your book is written by a man. Why you follow a book written by a man? That was a very smart comment. His name, The Truth. You take guidance from a book written by people to worship God? How silly you are, CP. Okay, Abdul, you know, no, I don't follow. I don't want to follow. I'm going to follow the Quran to receive guidance, brother. So I decide to do that from now on. By the way, your book is written by people, you idiot. Like, did your God print it in his library and he sent it down printed, or people wrote it down? It's not even your prophet who wrote it. According to you Muslims, your prophet did not know even how to write, how to read. You the book written by people, idiot. But I'm going to follow your advice. I like to follow your advice. And brother, because you are asking me to follow the Quran, I mean the science of the Quran, I need your help, brother. You know, maybe you can help me. I'm going to go to Amazon to do shopping, and I want to buy a stick because I'm planning to die standing, and I don't want the genie to notice that I am dead. So what do you think, what kind of wood I should buy? Because obviously there's a termite, and the termite, they will eat my stick. This is your Quran speaking about a prophet. His name is Solomon, Suleiman in Arabic, and he died standing for a year, brother. And because he was holding his staff, nobody noticed for a year. I mean, the wives, they come to him, they say, honey, do you want to eat? The guy, he don't move. Nobody notices he's dead. I mean, that's normal. I mean, the guy, he is standing for a year. There's no way he's dead. He don't move, he don't sit, he don't go, he don't take a shower, he don't do poo-poo, he don't eat, he don't have sex. He's a king, he have ministers, he's army, he have sir, the general want to talk to you. The general get in and says, sir, we have soldiers in the borders from the enemies. The king can never answer. Hey King, are you there? Ah, he's doing yoga standing. Aha. So when you say to me, get the guidance from a book written, okay, here we go. This is a book written by your God, supposedly, which is not true. Is that the guidance? That there's a guy, because he's holding a steak, he did not fall down for a year, enter the termite, they ate his steak, you idiot? And guess, I am smarter than Solomon. I am going to buy a steak made from aluminium. You know, in Arabic, in the Middle East, we call them aluminium. And by the way, I saw some comments, somebody saying, Christian Prince, you have difficulty to say pocket. You say pocket. People, don't be silly, please. This is, so the topic we are talking about, this is what you notice, the P with the B. In Arabic, we don't have P. So Pakistan is Pakistan. You don't like it, go. I mean, from all the stupid things we showed you in the video, and this is the only thing you notice. Are you serious? Christian Prince, he say bucket, not pocket. Pocket and pocket. And he is obviously struggling with P. Crazy people. I mean, but somebody told you I'm Shakespeare here, here to teach you English? What's wrong with people? Somebody told you I'm born in America, who speak like American language, really sense. So half of my grammar is messed up like Muhammad. But this is what you notice from all the video. The video is full of lies of Muhammad, and he is so concentrating. Look how deep he is. Pocket, and that's deep. Don't get married. Don't get married. Like somebody telling you, hey, there's a volcano explosion happened. We need to run. The other person, he says, did you say explosion? Hold on. It's not explode, like idiot. Who cares about explosion or explosion? The guy is saying there's a volcano. We need to run. But now it's time for a grammar. That's deep. Oh boy. Or a guy, he entered the house and he find his wife cheating with his neighbor. You are cheating with my neighbor? She said, did you say neighbor? It's the neighbor, you idiot. So now it's not important that he is cheating. The important is that he did not say the word neighbor correctly. And then the neighbor and his wife, they start laughing. You don't dare to say the word neighbor? Are you serious? And then all the crowd who come to the house to see what's happening, why is this screaming happening, they start saying to him, are you serious? You said to her neighbor, not neighbor? So now the topic is not the cheater and the, cheating inside the house. The topic is the grammar. I will tell you this funny story. There's a guy, he sat next to me in a coffee shop. And he's a foreigner, like me, I wasn't abroad. So the guy, he told me, like he's sad supposedly, and he told me, today I found that my wife is cheating. I said, oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, man. And drama, and he started telling me, he heard sound in the water in the shower, and then he saw her with someone else. I said, well, but you can do, just divorce her, what you can do. She's a bad person, it's not your fault. After all this drama, and he then said to me, and this is not the first time. I said, okay, now you deserve it for sure. And then after all the drama, repeating and giving me headache, then I found that his wife is a guy. A moment of silence needed. His wife is what? Is a guy. Anyway, Lord have mercy. So, like I said to him, well, do you have kids from her? He said, no. she cannot have kids. I said, wonderful, then divorce her. What are you waiting for? She's a bad person. I said that she cannot have kids anyway. I said, okay, it's good that she did not have kids, you know. He said, oh, she cannot have kids anyway. I said, why she cannot? She have? He said, no, he's a guy. Okay, no comment. Anyway. And I was concentrating with him, trying to help him, you know, like they say, okay, you know, take it easy, just go and divorce her. She's a bad person. She's not worth your sadness. You know, she did that to herself, not to you. It's her loss. Oh boy. So the truth, let me ask you, who is the one who wrote the Quran? This genius book, who speak about a king, his name is Solomon. He died standing, brother. I always like to be standing. So always hero, they die standing, not sitting. What say you? Please explain Genesis 3:16. Mr. PU. Open a challenge in a front. Okay, do you like to call me? Mr. PU? I accept the challenge. Is that fair, guys? I accept the challenge. My Skype is open. What? What say you? Do you like to call me? We are waiting. I challenge you. I challenge you. I challenge you. Repeat it 3 times and you will get the prize to be a bird is a green and he speak languages. I accept the challenge. You want to call me? Huh? Potato. Potato. You know, I challenge you actually to tell me what's wrong with that verse. Why only 16? What about 15, 14, 15, you know? Yeah, the Bible teaches that the man is the Lord of his house. If you don't like it, don't follow this religion. Don't follow this belief. Stupid you. Secondly, in the same time, the Bible confirmed that the man is the Lord of his house, which is scientifically right to be. It's proven that the house have a man is way more successful than a house have none, at least for the kids. Number 2, Jesus said that the man, he should sacrifice himself the same. Jesus, he sacrificed himself to the church. So Jesus, he made the women equal to the church. Which means the man, he is really in charge of the house to sacrifice himself to the wife, not to abuse her. So the silly you who take a, you know, like a 2 words and he cut the rest. So a true Christian man is not a man who abuses his wife, is a man. A Lord in Christianity is a servant. This is why Jesus, he said, in order to be a master, you have to be a servant. So the master of the house is a servant of the house. It's not the opposite. My friend, the Christian person who called me, don't call. So I accepted your challenge. What's the problem? Are you there? This is how silly people are. Christianity is not a phrase and then you deny the rest or you hide the rest. This is what Christianity is. And in order to understand God words, then we have to read God words, not a sentence. Otherwise, God will speak only one word and he will stop. So the potato you thought something, you have something like, okay, so what? The man, he is the Lord of the house. What do you want? Why not? What the problem? And the women, she don't need to agree that the man, he will be the Lord of the house by refusing to marry the man. Nobody is forcing the women to be in such an agreement. Because remember, marriage is an agreement between two. So when you agree to marry according to the Bible, then you agree, and you yourself, your sign says, I agree. Otherwise, don't marry. Marry an atheist. Don't marry at all. People are silly. Osman destroyed me. All the Muslims destroy me. Actually, number one product I buy from Amazon, it is a glue. This is why he don't dare to let me call him. You see how much they are destroying me? All right. So do we have any Muslim? He have the courage and the knowledge. All Muslims, they destroy. Muslims, they destroy everybody. But the second we speak to them, 2 seconds, bingo, they have a flat tire. Any Abdul? And now, and hold on. There is a comment made by the potato Nader Ahmed. Nader Ahmed, he said, what? I forgot what he said. I need to find it. Nader Ahmed, you know, you remember the guy who said, you know, he challenged Christian Prince. He kept saying, I challenged Christian Prince. Christian Prince ran away from me. And okay, to be honest with you, everybody ran from you. You're an idiot. You know, you're stupid. I mean, talking stupid is a hassle. So I said, okay, Nader Ahmed, call me. You remember it, right? Not long time ago. He called me. Not even 15 minutes. He said, I have to go. He's in the corner. He's in the corner, and he is the one who chose the topic. He is the one who chose the verses. He is the one who chose what we will talk about. I did not even ask him any question. It's in him who come with the word or the question. And the second we get him busted, Christian Prince, I have to go. Where are you going? I have to go. Is alcohol is bad or good? Christian Prince, according to scientific study, that alcohol is the reason for many, miscarriage. Okay. So, Nader Ahmed, is alcohol good or bad? The Christian Prince, you don't understand. Abdul, why you make it so difficult? I'm just a question. Is it good or bad? They are too much intimidated because whatever I say is going to lead to a disaster. So this is what they learn about me. Never give him an answer. Thinking by doing that, they can escape what is coming. You cannot. Keep trying. Not with me. You can play those games with, average Christians who do not know how stupid Islam is. Any Abdul? Let us see here. Well, until now, I don't see any text from any Muslim in Skype. I'm checking again. We have a person, his name is Faraj. He says, does a Christian potato accept coals? For sure he accepts coals. Let's see who is the potato now. We are calling him. Okay, he's not answering. Do we have any brave Muslim? Mayday, Mayday. Who is a Muslim? He can present to us Islam in a good way. I'm not going to ask you a question. This is how nice I am. You call me and you choose the way you want to prove Islam to be from God. You said Allah come down. What is the problem with this? Okay, we have Mr. Hassan is asking what is the problem.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Hassan, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Thank you for texting me. I appreciate your text.
Okay.
You said, can you so people they can hear you, as you know, we are live on air, and
Yeah.
as long as you are listening to me, what you said to me in the chat, in the text.
I said, so what if Allah comes down?
So what if Allah come down? Okay.
Yeah, you said he comes down
Okay.
in
Allah,
the Hadith.
all right. Allah come down from where to where?
From the heaven, from the highest heaven
Okay.
to he comes down
To where?
to the lowest heaven. To the lowest
to
heaven.
lowest heaven. So when Allah he come down to the lowest heaven, so he is now in the lowest heaven?
Yeah.
Okay. But so why Muslims they say God cannot be inside his creation?
Who said that?
All the Muslims, because they say to you, well, Jesus is in the flesh, that is a creation of a man, and then God is inside the creation. That's not right. They refuse to accept Jesus to be inside the creation as God inside the flesh, and yet you Muslims, you believe that God can go inside as a creation. So why the hypocrisy? What do you think? I'm not talking about you now. I'm talking about those hypocrites who they say God cannot be inside as a creation.
So what do they refer to when they say that he cannot go into his own creation?
They just say that. They say, Jesus, God cannot be inside his creation, and they talk about Jesus. And then we discover that the God of Islam is inside his creation. And I say, this is a hypocrisy. Don't you agree with me? Because
I mean, he can move around if he wants to.
No, he's not moving around now. He is moving inside his creation. Do I agree?
But why would they say that?
I don't know you then. Don't ask me, my friend. This is what you Muslims they do. It's not me. And you're asking
but
me.
But you're the one that said that they said that they can't do that. That Allah can't do that. But you can do that.
Yeah, or because they say that it's not suitable for God, and Allah is big. They say Allah is so big. I don't know how big he is, but they say he's so big. But obviously he's not, because he must be smaller than the space he is occupying. Correct?
But if God can do anything, then it doesn't matter if he comes down.
We will go if Allah can do anything or not. Let me ask you.
Okay.
Do Allah occupy a space?
What do you mean?
When you agreed with me that Allah he go to the lowest heaven.
Yep.
Okay. And he is now in. We can use the word in. Do you agree?
In the what?
In the lowest heaven. In. We can use the word in, right?
In the lowest heaven.
Yeah.
In. Yeah.
Okay. So he's in. So when we say in, is the opposite from out. In, he's inside the box. Let us say.
Okay. One second. Is this hadith authentic?
Well, you agree with it, but you don't know if it's authentic yet or not.
No, because you're showing me a different one.
No, I'm not showing a different one. All of them the same. But your prophet, he keep talking. Okay, your prophet is talking machine. He never stop talking, even if he puts zucchini in his mouth. So, So our Lord, the blessed, the exalted, descended every night to the lowest heaven. Okay, so this is Sahih Muslim. I don't know which one you are referring to, but all of the same.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
This is Sahih Muslim. Okay. So now is Allah is in? You agreed, right? In. He is in.
Yeah.
Okay. So as long as he is in, he is inside a space.
Can I read the hadith that you're
Sure.
talking
Go
about?
ahead. Go ahead.
Is it on the screen?
Yeah, it's in the screen.
Okay. Our Lord, the Blessed and Exalted, descends every night to the lowest heaven when 1/3 of the latter part of the night is left, and says, "Who supplicates me so that I may answer him? Who asks me so that I may give to him? Who asks me forgiveness so that I may forgive him?" So he descends every night to the lowest heaven.
Okay.
Okay.
But now
What's
the question.
problem?
Let's go to my question. You keep repeating the same, my friend.
Okay, go on. Okay.
You told me this already. You told me even before you called me. What's the problem? Correct? We got this one. The problem is that now Allah is occupying a space. In order to occupy a space, in order to move from point A to point B, you have to be a physical being.
But we don't know what he looks like.
That is another question. And did I ask you? Did I say how he looked like? No, right? So, but do we agree he is a physical being?
Yeah, if he's moving.
Okay.
But he can be in different places at the same time.
No, he cannot.
Because he's God, he can do anything.
No, you see.
So his body,
just
if he has a body.
No, just to prove that this is false. I want you to think with me. I don't want to think with you. I don't want to think for you. I want you to think with me. Me and you, we agreed. Let me draw in the screen so we can understand. You said that Allah, he come down every night in the third part of the night. We agreed upon this, right?
Yeah.
So in the third part of the night, where is Allah located?
The lowest heaven.
Okay. I will draw lines. This is number 7. This is number 6. This is number 5. This is 4. This is 3. And this is 2. And this is 1. We will make it extended because Allah will be here. So now Allah is in the heaven number 1. Right?
Wait, it's delayed. It's very delayed.
No problem.
Okay, I see the lines.
All right. So now Allah is in the heaven number 1. But is Allah now in the heaven number 7? No.
Okay.
So that destroy what you just said. You said Allah can be everywhere. He cannot, because if he can everywhere, he do not even need to go anywhere. He's everywhere already. So
I mean, like if he can see everything, then he can still be in that place.
The hadith in front of us prove that Allah cannot see and Allah cannot hear from everywhere. Allah have a short vision and short hearing. Because read carefully. The hadith saying here, why Allah? What is the purpose of Allah coming down every night?
That's true. That's a good question.
Okay, he come down so he can hear you, right?
Maybe to make the Muslims feel closer. So make us feel closer.
I mean, how closer you are? I mean, you are. Come on. Does it really make a difference for me if he's in 7th heaven or lowest heaven? Still, he's so far. I can't see him, right? That will make a difference if he's just, he come to our street and he's just there, or he come in the bushes like what happened to Moses, right? But this is not what happened. He's too far. We don't see him. The lowest heaven is where the stars are. Correct? The lowest heaven, according to the Quran, is the location of the stars. It's not even in the atmosphere.
Where does it say that?
Oh, okay. Let us go and see. You can go and read.
Some people say the lowest heaven is the sky.
No,
not the stars.
It's a sky, yeah, but the word sky in Islam is used in the Quran. But the Quran decide that the lowest heaven is where the star is located. Let us go to the Quran. Chapter 41.
Okay, 1 second. Let me open my Quran.
No problem. Take your time. I can send you a link if you want to help you.
No, it's okay.
Chapter 41, verse number 12. It says, he completed them as 7 firmament. Excuse my English. My English is funny like Zakir Naik. What I can do. So 7 firmament, something like that, you know, in 2 days, and then he assigned to each heaven its duty and command, and then we adorned the lower heaven with lights. The word in Arabic is masabih. Masabih is the stars. Do you see it?
Wait, can you tell me the chapter and the verse again?
Chapter 41, verse number 12.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it.
So now we agree, me and you, based in the Quran or based on Christian print thinking, that the lowest heaven is where the lights, the stars are, right?
Yeah, the lamps.
Right, lamps.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now we go back to the hadith. So Allah, He is not really getting close in any way. I mean, still He is too far. I mean, this is where the stars are located, so that is really too far. So we go back here. This hadith.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Because they're millions of miles away.
Exactly. And this is very funny. I mean, you just said the word millions of miles away, but your prophet, he went in the top of a donkey, you know, like, and he went all the stars, he passed the stars to heaven number 2, heaven number 3, heaven number 4, heaven number 5, heaven number 6, and number 7, and then all
but
of this.
But that's a miracle, though.
It's a miracle because I was using a donkey, my friend. This is the miracle. You see, how
it wasn't a donkey. It was I forgot the name.
It is a donkey. It's called al-buraq.
Yeah, that's a beast. That's a beast.
It's a beast. Okay, well, he eat grass, so how is a beast? You know, he's a donkey. He's from the horse family. He's a donkey between the donkey, and let me show you how your prophet, he described him. All right? He described him.
He could describe him as an earthly animal, but it could still be.
So he's an animal. You know, he can describe him as an animal, but he's not an animal. He's an animal. That's why he write him. He was an angel. No. He was an animal.
But Allah can do anything, so He can make
Allah
it.
can do anything, right? Yeah. But no, Allah, He says that the angels or His affair, He deal with it in a day of our time equal to 1,000 years. A day of His time equal to 1,000 years of our time, right? So even the angels, even Jibreel, cannot pass that speed, which is 1,000 years in our time for one time to go down.
What are you reading?
The Quran.
I can't see on the screen.
The Quran.
Oh, you're not reading Hadith?
No, I prefer to use the Quran, you know, because the Quran is the the highest, you know. Yeah. Let us see. Let us show you the Quran.
I still don't get what the problem is.
The problem is, yeah, we are mixing things together now, but it's okay. When your God, Allah, He come down to the third part of the night, to a location, He is occupying a space, and He is a physical being who is inside a space always. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. As long Allah is inside a space always, that means the space have to be exist before His existence. Otherwise, where Allah will put Himself?
But then that's the same thing as replacing Allah with Jesus.
No. You see, Jesus, His existence have nothing to do with His birth. Jesus says, before Abraham, I am. Which means He's not born as a man yet, but He exists as God.
But did He create space?
He creates space, but He do not need a space to be inside a space. Your God now, you see.
So what is He inside?
He's not inside anything. Or God is a spirit. Spirit do not need to be in a spirit. You see, this is why the spirit is if I ask you what a spirit is, do you know what spirit is?
No, not really.
Well, I'm not surprised, because even your prophet, they ask him the same question, and he asked his God, and his God, Allah, told him, Allah knows best.
Where did He say that? Chapter
17, verse number 85. They ask you concerning the spirit. Muslim debate between bracket and inspiration, which is false, because in Arabic it says ar-ruh. Ar-ruh means spirit. Say to them, Allah knows best. So even the God of Islam, you do not know what the spirit is. Have you
Yeah,
ever,
but in
have you ever
in
heard-
Islam, we don't know the questions to everything, and this
No, my
question
friend.
doesn't really
Okay,
make a big
but
difference.
but when you're God, he says, I do not. I mean, okay, he claimed that only Allah knows, but they are asking you. They are asking him to ask Allah, and now Allah is answering. Say to them, it's the command of Allah. Only Allah knows. But what is the answer?
But why do we need to know this?
My friend, they ask him, and now Allah decide to answer.
Yeah, but his
Why
answer
not?
was,
Why we do not need? Why we not need? You see?
yeah, Allah says you don't need to know this.
No. You see, this is because he have no idea what to say. You know, you have no idea what to say. When you have no idea, you know, if I am a teacher teaching you mathematics, and you ask me a question about mathematics, and then I say to him, you do not need to know that. Why is that? I'll answer the question. It's knowledge is school. So if God, he sent a book, and this is the book of guidance, and then we ask for guidance, and God says you do not need to know, that's just silly. Especially
Does it not say that anywhere in the Bible?
What do you mean? Nowhere it says don't ask God.
No, like does it not say that you don't have the answers to all your questions?
No, they never asked Jesus a question. He said, I don't know. Ask. You know, that's not true. So the spirit is a very simple thing to answer, especially from someone who is God. And I'm not God. I can answer what the spirit is. You know, the spirit is.
But when Muhammad says Allah is in space, or when Allah says that, I don't know where you found that.
Well, my friend, you forgot. Do you have a short memory like Zakir Naik?
Because were you referring to the Quran or the Hadith?
No, my friend, doesn't matter. When Muhammad says Allah, he come down every third part of the night, he is saying Allah is in the heaven, correct?
Yeah.
And you're asking me where Allah, he says that. So are you saying Muhammad is lying about Allah?
No, but you use the word space.
Well, because the heaven is a space. We agree that this is where the stars are.
Yeah, but he created it before himself.
Doesn't matter. Okay, he created the star. Okay, this is go back to zero. I will slow down with you.
Okay.
Okay, as long I am in a space and I go between spaces, which means and we agree that he's a physical being. So in order for this God to exist in a location, he have to have a space before he can be there, correct?
But maybe he moved there.
Okay, I will go with you. Maybe he moved, guys. He took a U-Haul and he moved. This is what happened actually here. Allah is moving. Allah is moving from point 1 to point 7, or 7 to 1, vice versa.
Okay.
So Allah is moving between spaces, and he is inside a space. But before this space was created, that means the existence of Allah is impossible. Because Allah have to be in a space in order to exist.
No, but he's God. He doesn't need anything to exist.
Hold on. You see, he's God. You see, Muslim, you remember he's God when you want. You forgot that he's God when you want. He wasn't God when he moved from 7
But
heaven.
God can move. He can move if he wants to.
Okay, so this is his nature. Then okay, I'm going to help you more. I want you to focus with me. You're a nice person, by the way. You know, I like talking to you.
Thank you.
You see, this is how you know a person is coming from a good parents. And I can tell this person have a good parents because they taught their son how to speak kindly, and he's a nice person. So send my greeting to your family, and to your mom specifically.
Thank you.
She's a good woman. So listen carefully. Do Allah have a shape?
Yeah.
Okay. When we say shape, what does that mean?
It can mean anything. I know you said in a video once that it has to be a square or a circle, but shapes can come in.
No, it cannot be. It doesn't have to be. No, I never said it have to be square or no. Shape.
He's a unique shape.
Okay, he's a unique shape. That's wonderful. No problem. So Allah have a unique shape, but at the end of the day, it's a shape, correct?
But he can change into something that isn't a shape.
That's wonderful.
He doesn't always have to be a shape.
You are making it even easier for me. You see?
Why?
Because you just said Allah is a changeable.
Yeah, so
okay,
he can do whatever he wants.
All right. So can Allah be a man?
Yeah, if he wants to, he can.
So why you refuse Jesus to be God and man in the same time?
Because I don't know anything much about Christianity.
Now this is not a question now. if it's possible for God to be whatever he wants, and he can be a man, and you just said and you agreed that he changed his shape, well, why this God cannot be a man?
He can be. I just told him he can.
Okay. So those Muslims who say he cannot, they are insulting Allah, correct? Because if Allah is God...
No, because not all of them agree with this.
No, this
because I know some of them say that he can, and some of them say he can't do that.
Okay. But, okay, what is the shape of Allah?
I don't know.
He's a shin.
What do you mean he's a shin?
Shin. You know what shin mean?
I know what a shin is, but why do you say that he's a shin?
I'm not saying that. It's your prophet. How the Muslims will recognize Allah from his shin? Read carefully. The prophet, he's talking about Allah changing his shape. Read carefully here. And then the Almighty will come to them in a shape other than the one which they saw first time. And he will say, I am your Lord. And they will say, you are not our Lord. So imagine the Muslim now, they are rejecting Allah himself. Just because he changed his shape. And this is what the Muslims do today to Jesus. They don't like the shape of God as a man. They want him to be something different. And then none will speak to him but the prophets. And then it will be said to them, do you know a sign which you can recognize him, which means Allah? They will say, the shin. And then Allah will uncover his shin. Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So when we spoke about the shape of Allah, now we are not really confused anymore about how Allah's shape is. He is a shin.
He can choose to show whatever he wants to show.
But no, this is the original shape of Allah. Because Allah first,
how do you know?
Well, the hadith says that because Allah, he changed his shape. He come to them, they said to him, you are not Allah. Why? Because he changed his shape. And then, in order for the Muslim to recognize him, he come back with the original shape, which is the shin.
Okay.
So
what's the problem? I don't
understand. So the original Allah is a shin. The changeable Allah is something else we do not know. The hadith doesn't say how he come to them, what look like it, But
it doesn't say he's a shin. It says he will uncover his shin.
Exactly. So when I uncover my shin, that's mean I am, this is what I uncover. Did he uncover his face?
He has a face.
Okay, so maybe the shin is his face.
No.
How you know? You said he's unique.
Because it's referring to his shin specifically.
Okay, but how he is unique and he have a shin? Isn't it shin is something popular and everybody have it?
But he can get rid of it if he wants to.
How he can? He will cut it off. You are being funny now. He will do? He will cut it off. He will do a surgery. He will go to Thailand and make a plastic surgery.
Okay, but even if he has a shin, what's the problem with this?
You see, we don't want to jump like what's the problem? What's the problem? So now I'm trying to lead you slowly to where Allah and who is Allah. So now we discover that Allah is in the lowest heaven. And now we discover that Allah, the true origin of Allah as a shape, is a shape, and we agree upon that. He is a shin. So now the shin of Allah is in the lowest heaven. And now Allah's shin, which is Allah, is asking you what you want to say to me. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. This shin, which is the way to recognize Allah, and this shin, which is obviously a physical body. And if I ask you what is made from, you will say, I don't know, correct?
Yeah, but his shin doesn't have to be like the human shin. It
Exactly.
can be a different.
I don't like Allah to have a human shin, my friend. I hate it. If it's there's a kind of shin I like a shin of a woman. If Allah have a shin of a woman, that would be nice. But who cares, my friend? Don't be silly. Focus with me. I'm not insulting you, by the way. But we need to be smart. As long Allah is recognized by his shin, that's mean it is a shin, because a human being cannot recognize it unless it is shin. You know what I mean? Because how they would recognize him? From his shin. So if it is not like any shin, okay, we got that, but have to be a shin at the end of the day. You see, why Allah did not call it an arm? Why Allah called it shin?
I don't know.
Because it's a shin. As simple as that. If I say a finger, okay, obviously it's a finger. You see, human being, he have a dictionary of images. All the words we have in our head, it is images. As an example, if I say to you a cup, in your brain, you don't have a cup, you have an image, correct?
Okay, yeah.
So even if your eyes is closed now, you can see an image of a cup, or you can imagine it. Why? Because already you have a stored image in your memory, like a computer. So when Allah, he said to you a shin, he's given you an image, correct?